Today's episode of the Farrell Podcast is brought to you today by Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace. Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace, 787 Mercer Grove City Road, Mercer, PA. Dining room hours are as follows: Monday and Tuesday closed, Wednesday and Thursday 12 to 9, Friday and Saturday 12 to 10, and Sunday 12 to 8. For reservations, please call 724 269 7687. That's Talbot's Tap Room and Terrace, 787 Mercer Grove City Road, Mercer, PA. Now let's start the show.
Yes, sir. Welcome to season 3, episode 9 of the Farrell Podcast. I am the leader of the Ballhead Nation, Mont P, the landlord, the mayor, the deputy mayor. Give it up to my mayor, Kim Dawes. Yes, sir. And to my left, I have my brother, my friend.
Richard Gordon. Thank you for inviting me. Glad to be here.
And thank you for coming through, fam. And
Thank
it's
you.
none other than the snack master himself, king of the big backs. Well, I'm a big back in recovery right now. I'm losing a little bit of weight. It's your man, DJ Rich Stacks. How was y'all weekend, fellas?
I had a good weekend, blessed weekend. I got to spend time with my daughter. We had the Sharon basketball banquet this weekend. That's always a good time being around kids, encouraging them, motivating them. So I had a lovely weekend. What about you, Mike?
Oh, that's good, man. I had a good weekend myself. Well, I made a lot of money this weekend because we're kind of short-handed on my second job. So I really worked and covered and helped them out and covered some shifts, wouldn't pass some extra medication and stuff. But it is what it is. You gotta do what you got to do. I don't mind helping out when needed and called upon. I'm a community person and service for the people. So that's pretty much what I did. Did a little bit more work than I normally do in the weekends. Didn't get my normal napping time, but it's all good. Got a chance to see a little bit of quality basketball, but it was a decent weekend for myself. No complaints here.
That's dope, man. As for me, I was just, I got the pleasure of chilling with my daughter yesterday. We cooked dinner. Naturally, she wanted steak and shrimp. Talked her out to shrimp because I'm allergic. But for the most part, had a great weekend. Sat up, rested my legs. Sat and watched some real good, like you said, high quality basketball. Them playoff games was amazing, man. This weekend, even like with the Cavs, the second team was playing it's super hard. Yeah, good basketball. I think we got a problem with Indiana though.
Yeah, yeah. The good end of the season games did have a good playoff atmosphere and vibe type to it. It was a lot of teams that was battling for to get into the playoffs, to get into the play-in, and was just jockeying for a better seeding and position in the NBA. So the games were of high quality and excited to see the starting of the NBA playoffs this coming weekend. So
Yeah,
that was good. It definitely was. It
yes, sir.
definitely was. And then um, last weekend, since we, got a chance to see the girls and the guys college, uh, shout out to Dawn Staley,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Love
Doing
her,
her thing.
love
Yeah,
the
man.
effort and everything,
Yeah.
fam.
South Carolina in the house.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, they couldn't get another victory, championship or whatever, but you still got to give it up to them because, like Dawn said, in the last 4 years, they was there three at a times. That means something.
Yeah,
Consistency. That's
yes,
hard
sir.
work.
Yeah. And another thing you always see when their players talk about her, they talk about the great work she do with them. A lot of people they think about basketball, they think about wins and losses, but it's really more about life. So she does a great job with her girls.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. And then a couple of days ago, I seen Malaysia Fawali is entering the transfer
Mm.
portal. Y'all see that?
I knew that.
Yeah, she leaving out.
Dang. Do you think it's because possibly she didn't want to be that great six man that she is coming off the bench? Or what? I don't know.
I thought that she thought next year would be her year. I think they end up picking up the number one scoring shooting guard in the country, transferred,
Uh,
and the starting point guard decided to stay. So she knew she was going to be on the bench again. So she wanted to go somewhere and start. So that's what I think it is.
Yeah, and he leaves on the team she going to.
Which is no.
Which team she going to?
No, no,
Mm.
no. But then I can understand the filler because the year before that, and as a freshman, they was talking about if freshmen could go to the WNBA, that she would be ready, and I would agree. So
Yeah.
for her to still be in the same position coming off the bench, and I didn't get a chance to see a lot of games, but the games that I did see, the one game, the last game, matter of fact, she wasn't doing too hot, and Dawn pulled her out fast and was getting
Yeah,
on her, and
Yes.
but Dawn coached hard. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it does have a lot to do with that as well. So you're right, Rich.
yeah, man. Sad to see her go from South Carolina, bro.
Definitely.
That is my ladies' college football. I mean basketball team, like hands down, because the family is from South Carolina, cheer raw. So gotta keep some parts of home.
Yeah, yeah. And switching over to the young men,
Yes, sir.
we had ties once again as Houston. The player, you know, that played with them, his mom, Sharanda Stinston.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, yeah. So he didn't get a chance to play this year. He gave back a year, so he'll be playing again next year, and he has a fifth year to play. So that was good. Young Mo, her son's name was Mo, and good thing that he got a chance to play because when he was healthy the year before that, he was out there making a contribution, coming off the bench, getting it in. So
Okay.
fast it out to Houston, their coach, and that was a good game in itself too.
Yes, sir.
Start off slow. I'm like, oh, this game is boring. And it picked up.
Yeah.
Really picked up.
Yeah, I wish the young man would have took that shot. You got to take that shot. I mean, I know the guy got up in a position to block it, but you still got. I would try to put it on the ref and shoot into him. I don't know,
Yeah,
but it was a good game all in all, fam.
What's the quote? You missed 100% of the shots you don't take.
take exactly.
Truth,
Yeah.
truth, man, truth. But that was a good game too, and I just would have liked to see Houston win. For personal preferences.
Yes, sir.
But
That,
all in all.
that shout to the homie Reggie Davis.
Oh, thank you, Reg, for
Yes, sir.
tuning in each week. Bubba Smith, what's up?
Yes,
What's
sir.
happening, fam? Uh, Rich, and what else do you have for me in this week's stew?
Well, in the stew, bro. Since we talking sports, upcoming draft. We got a week away from the draft, bro. It's gonna be a big one. They got my squad. Y'all know who I roll with.
Steelers, right?
Nah, not at all. See, I got respect. I got respect for Steelers fans. Y'all some good Steelers fans, but I met some unsavory Steelers fans in my past. But I got respect for y'all squad. We all hate the Redbirds, though.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah,
True.
heck, shit, heck,
True.
We all hate the
heck,
Ratbirds
shit.
because we realize them championships. Never mind, I ain't even gonna go in that. That's water under the bridge. But Shador Sanders is looking like he's dropping, like his draft stock is dropping, and I don't understand it, fam.
You kind of know what it's
Yeah, I
about.
know.
The same thing and I'm going straight to it, that the Manning family was able to do and nobody, said nothing about it. They thought, oh, yeah, he deserved to do it. They're not letting Dion and his sons do that. And they're not even trying to do it recklessly like how the Mannings did. If you draft my son, or he was saying that if I get drafted here, I'm not going there. Shador ain't doing nothing like that. But what he is doing is walking in the confident light that he always have walked in, and being a confident young man and productive young man that he is, and not
Yes.
shying away from that. And they don't like that.
And then you got to look at his track record, bro. Everywhere he's been, he's elevated each team he's been on.
True.
Like so, his athletic acumen, and yeah, he might have a little wild, couple wild passes, but they don't say nothing about Aaron Rodgers doing. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
True. True.
and speaking of Aaron Rodgers,
Oh, don't do that.
pre-show,
Yep.
um,
Browns are retired.
and
Aaron, where you at?
Right.
Leave Aaron right where you at.
Thank you.
Real. I'll
No,
take Shador. I'll take Dart, but
yeah,
not Aaron Rodgers.
not even
I feel you
interested.
as a Steelers fan. I can understand y'all not wanting Aaron Rodgers because to me it seems like every team he's been at, he's been the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want Mike to even have any more added stress on his plate already. He already got to do with two nutcases on the ends, Pickens and Metcalf. For
Oh,
him to add that to it, man.
and then when you add a guy that thinks he knows everything, and you put him in the room. Oh boy,
trouble.
that's gonna be a problem.
Definitely trouble.
Going back to the draft, man. I honestly, from a Browns perspective, as a fan, a true fan, diehard, I would love to see the Browns go after either Cam Ward. We need a quarterback, man. The whole Deshaun thing didn't work. I tried to give bro a chance.
True.
It didn't work. You got your money. It's time to move on, fam. You got that bag.
Yeah.
I like to see them go after Cam Ward or Travis Hunter, man, and predominantly play him on offense, but then put him in certain packages on defense.
They're saying it's possible.
Yeah,
We'll see. I don't care to speak on
come
too
on,
much of
Rich,
y'all
man. I know.
squad.
I'm a fan of the game. I'm not sure what Hunter going to do for the Browns. Definitely not. I mean, a receiver with no quarterback to throw to him, and what's he going to do?
True.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
But we get Flacco back though.
Eh, yeah, I guess that's what they're looking at, you
Let us
know.
know in the comments what y'all think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, and then but uh the bounce right back. It's the WNBA draft tonight. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean?
Oh,
So
okay.
we're gonna see what's going on with the young ladies. And
Mhm,
since the transition of Caitlin and Angel Reese,
Reese,
mhm.
yeah.
they brought that hype straight from college like I was hoping, and they have
To the
ignited
WNBA.
the WNBA,
Yes,
and I'm
sir.
so glad for the young ladies because a season ago we was on this show talking about how the women could but probably won't, but we always thought and knew that they could rise up,
Yeah.
and hopefully they keep rising up to just rising up, because I was gonna say two were the men, but that's not gonna happen. But as long as they keep rising up to get what they deserve and they keep getting more and more money, because yeah, they deserve it.
I'll
It's
tell you
worse.
what, I went to a game last year in
Uh-huh.
Vegas, and that game was, I
Was it?
mean, yeah, it was entertaining. A lot of superstars. It was packed. So the game is definitely growing.
Oh
Definitely
yeah.
growing.
Yeah. How y'all think Paige gonna do? She's a shooter. You think she gonna go one, two, or three?
I think one.
One.
I definitely think
Yeah.
I'll pick her one.
Yeah.
One.
I
Mm.
mean, I'm not a UConn fan per se, but I got respect for their game. They always there, man.
Always there.
Always there.
I just love Chanae Ngumwe. She is so fine. She is so
I
fine
knew he
and
was gonna say
chocolatey.
that.
I don't
I
even
knew he was gonna say
care.
that.
But I love her. I watched the WNBA just because she was a W and is. Chanae, I love you. It's my baby. Oh, I'm sorry, I got way off. Yeah, she is so fine and chocolatey. Oh my gosh, Chanae. Chanae, I miss you. Call me, hit me.
Yes, sir. You seen her before, son?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm telling on myself. It's one of them late nights at Twin City. Gosh, doing the do. Oh my gosh. Let me chill before they lock me up and throw away
Hey,
the key. Speaking of which, locking up and throwing away the key
oh boy.
over in neighboring Ohio, Cray Beach,
Mm,
Ohio, to be more specific. I seen a whole police force, including the chief and the captain, who's a black woman, all whole police force black, including the chief, resign. They were
yeah.
beefing with the city council. Well, city council was beefing with them about financial issues,
Namely
stating,
cruisers.
yeah, the cruisers. They had two cruisers, and one went down, and city council didn't want to give them funding. But this stems beyond just the cruiser. They wanted funding for multiple issues and things they had going on. And from sources that I hear, they even started their own funding, and city council wasn't pleased about that. So they end up resigning the whole police force with the chief, except for one officer who's deployed in the military right now and could not submit his letter of resignation. Then I did a follow up story on it, and now
Hmm.
the city council is sequestering the computers of the police force, stating that they have heard from sources that it's information that's been deleted off these computers. So they're wondering, well, what's been deleted? This is public documents. Nothing should be deleted without us knowing, signing off on it, and what was deleted. So it's just a big mess over in Craig Beach.
Mm,
They've
bro.
called in the sheriffs over in there to give them help and just roll around the patrol until they get their situation under control for the community to see what they're going to do. But
Yeah.
have you guys heard about that? That's
Yeah.
wild, isn't it?
Yeah. You bring that up. I seen that on the news, the local news this past week, and the sheriff's county department they've been doing patrols and assisting
Wow.
the local police department
Yeah.
throughout the whole ordeal, like their whole time. But now it's all on the sheriff's office, man. And white computers, that's starting to sound a little like 45, 47 type stuff, because information coming up missing. How is we certain that the city commissioners and them didn't make that information come up? I don't know. I just got questions, bro.
That just sounds fishy.
Yeah,
And or to me, did they do that, or is that something the city council is just trying to say so they don't look
yeah,
bad? You
Save
know what I mean?
face.
yeah.
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 Did it even make the news?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
it was
it's
on the
been on the
news
news
last week,
for the past few
Okay.
days.
but
Yes, sir.
then I started thinking about that just now, sitting there talking to you guys.
Hmm.
As long as I said it out my mouth, then I'm like, well, wait a minute. How do we know that's even true?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? They might just be trying to throw that out there to save face, like you said, Rich. Because
Yeah,
I don't know. This doesn't sound right though. A whole police force just
yeah, bro.
resigns.
And that's right across the border, right over in Ohio. But
Sounds harsh.
our great state of Pennsylvania, whoa, arson suspect was charged in attempted murder of Pennsylvania Governor
What?
Shapiro. Yes, sir. On the 13th, just yesterday. Just yesterday. Attempted to kill the governor of Pennsylvania by burning down his house. The suspect's name is Cody Balmer, 38-year-old Harrisburg man. And he went to the governor's house, passed security somehow because he's been had security since the election. He's been getting all types of death threats, but this time this man actually breached security and set fire to the governor's house. Times is getting crazy now. We need to stop being over politicized and taking ideals of individuals that, in my opinion, at the end of the day, they don't care about us. We need to focus on local issues
Mm.
and maintain and stop taking the standpoint of national issues, taking over your thinking process and doing something totally foolish.
Cody Baum tried to drop.
Man. And I'm baffled at the fact that the leader of the free world that we live in right now didn't even make a comment about it, bro. Or try to talk us down from it. But nothing is surprising with this administration.
Man, Rich, man, I'm pretty sure um, being a member of on the NAACP board, you see a lot of cases that come before you, and people come in and talk to you in regards to what's going on over at Craig Beach. Because it definitely sounds like it's some racial issues and tension going on over
Mhm.
there with all of that police force, including the captain and the chief, all of them being black. Now, people of color. So, I mean,
And definitely what's going on in the world today, it's a lot. There's
Yeah,
a lot of work that we all need to do, not only the NAACP with Miss Marshall, she does an excellent job over there,
indeed.
but it's everyone in the community, everyone in the surrounding area. We all need to really keep ourselves informed and continue to do work.
Yes, sir.
yeah, I always say adults still need villages too. So that's where I'm at with it. And once we all, and then another thing I've been saying and the narrative I've been carrying along is, in times like this, yeah, don't worry about what's going on in the presidency, but be aware of it and take your energy and focus on forming solid coalitions with the right people to be in position to deploy if something happens. Because we know something could possibly happen. So why not spend that time, focus, and energy coming together and forming coalitions with the right people.
Yes,
So when something does happen, we already formed, we already informed, and we can go ahead and deploy out and go handle a situation. That's what we need to be focusing on because it has to be more than just talking.
yes, sir.
And that's how I feel about that situation, as far as what we can do as a people. We have to be more active.
Yes, sir. And in other news, on a better note, I didn't mean to get political, fan, but you know this in me.
Mhm.
Um,
Go ahead.
this coming weekend, we got the fight coming up, man. My man Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. This is dope. Yeah. Saturday. Hold
Rich be knowing. Rich be knowing.
on April 13th. It was this past weekend. My bad.
Oh, I
My
missed
bad.
it.
But yeah, we missed the fight, but I got a replay to watch. But Canelo Alvarez has always been one of my favorite boxers, Sam. Like
When is the fight?
this my research is saying on April 13th, WBO.
No, no, it's like in
Get him together, Rich.
September, October. When's the fight? So I was thinking about going down.
Hey, does on someone say Crawford celebrated boxing victory
Maybe
over
November, October.
That's
y'all excuse
Let
me.
me
I
know
got
'cause I need to.
I
you know
got I
what? You
got
know
some
what?
misinformation for y'all. Give me a second to figure this out.
Misinformation my ass. That's it. Rich, I need you here from now on. I'm switching Richards out. I don't know. You got to make it happen. I already know you sit here and you sit there, you do this and that.
May
I
3rd,
need you. I need you.
2025, right?
May 3rd, so two.
So it's not this weekend coming up. I got a little overexcited. My
Yeah,
apologies.
I'm like,
It's coming up May 3rd, the
Well,
day after my birthday.
that's it.
okay,
So,
2 weeks.
yeah, the day after my birthday. My apologies, fam.
It's great to be like, I talked about it on Facebook or nothing. Like, what?
I think Crawford has a chance.
Uh,
Ooh.
every boxer has a chance. You got a fighter's chance all the
Who you
time.
put your money on?
My money was gonna go on Alvarez, though. I was just saying, like, I go with the statistics, man.
Man, that weight jump. I don't know. I'm still a little hurt. He beat Spence, my
Mhm.
boxer, so I never recovered from that.
But yeah, my apologies, y'all. May 3rd.
May 3rd.
I was thinking it was this weekend. I got geeked because I love boxing and MMA.
Yeah, yeah, boxing has been pretty good. That tank fight was something else.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
man.
waiting for them to reschedule that joint. I know they got to give it to us this year. They
Oh yeah.
got to, ain't no way. So that'll be interesting to see. That dude might get him.
Man, that was
What
a good
y'all
fight.
think? Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
man.
Who you thought? Who did you think won the first one? Won the first one?
I got mad at Tank for saying it was his hairstylist fault for a loser, bro. Like,
Yeah, that
no excuses. You took an L, bro.
that
Yeah.
Take that L, roll on, and go to the next fight and do you. And plus, they were saying he had a little bit on his mind from relationships, but nah, there's no excuse.
No excuse.
man,
No
he
excuses.
got a balanced life.
Yeah.
Shit, nobody trying to hear all that.
That's why he call you a professional.
Yep. Yep.
So truthfully, man, that's what I'm going with. I'm going with old boy. I think old boy got him, man.
Think Terrence got him?
No, the one guy, the tank fight.
Lamont Roach.
Or
Yeah, yeah,
Roach?
Lamont.
Oh, okay.
Lamont, yeah. Yeah, yeah, he got him. He got him. Bumping. Yeah, but I'm tuning in. I'm gonna definitely be tuned in. I'm telling you. And right now, we have the best segment of the show. A minute with Mark P. Rich, give me my theme music.
It's a minute with Marby. Brought to you by.
Divine collaborative care.
Yeah, Divine Collaborative Care. If you're looking for a place to place an individual with special needs that's in your family, hit up the good people at Collaborative Care. Excuse me. If you're looking for employment from solid people, you know, hit up Divine Collaborative Care. You can hit the link on Facebook under Divine Collaborative Care. Reach out to the good people, fill out the application online, and I'm pretty sure they'll get back to you in a timely manner. So, Divine Collaborative Care, thank you. And this week's Minute with Mark P is the Poetry Unplugged. This Saturday, April 18th, 7 o'clock, the last poets will be there in full effect. Queen Sheba, Jasmine Mans, Black Chakra, Ephraim Nehemiah, Yex, Mike Smalls, and is hosted by Orlando Watson, cousin of Randy Watson. Like I'm playing. And the sounds are by none other than our brother, DJ KB. Yes, sir. They'll have live painting by Morgan Overton and Marion Giss. That's right. It's the Poetry Unplugged. April 18th, this Saturday. Make sure y'all going out there and check out a great dope event. You know, it's something you don't want to miss. It's different. It's right down the road in Pittsburgh. So get on out. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. You know, do something different for a change.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. And fast shout out once again to our brother KB. Much love, bro. Keep doing your thing, boy.
For sure, fam. And the next segment we got coming up is In the Booth with your man DJ Rich Stacks. And in this edition, In the Booth with Rich Stacks, being brought to you today by the good people at the Mercer County NAACP.
That's right. 2273.
Yes, sir.
County NAACP.
ACP.
That's right. Please. It's important that you support the people that support you. And how do you support? In membership. Go get you a membership. And
Hmm.
also move forward after you get the membership. Do your due diligence, hit some meetings, deploy yourself, be involved. You
Volunteer
know,
your time.
that's right. Adults still need villages too.
Yes, sir. Well, it's a family affair because in this edition of In the Booth with Rich Stacks, we're going to feature the Fitch Rock Band. Fitch Rock Band is going to be presenting this week at 7 p.m., April 16th, at none other than the bowling alley over in Ohio. And my man, KB's son, Fat Shout, Christian, is the lead drummer for the band.
Killing.
Bro, Christian is a dope soul, bro.
Yeah,
Future DJ, I see it in him already. He got it on us, but he is one hell of a producer. Young
young man.
producer extraordinaire. He is making some slappers, bro.
Yeah, he got
Like
it.
his music is on next level.
Does.
And we need to get out and support our community and our youth from our community. And the Fitch Rock Band will be performing at the West Side Bowl over in Ohio on April 16th at 7 p.m. So if you got the time, please go out there and support.
Please. And also in National Recording Artist News, new music coming up from Oscar winning Grammy nominated Jamie Foxx is working on a new album that promises to deliver soulful, heartfelt tracks. Anytime Jamie step out there and hop in the studio and lay down some music, you got to go check it out.
Oh yeah.
Countless albums. Every album that he had straight slappers on there, and good
Facts.
quality music. By him being a phenomenal producer,
Mm-hmm.
you know, artist is singing, rap a little bit. Jamie got the whole package. So
Yes, sir.
uh I'm pretty sure that this project he has coming out will be nothing short of phenomenal and incredible. So y'all
Indeed,
make sure
bro.
y'all tap in with that good Jamie Foxx.
What you
Yeah.
think was better? Well, gonna be better, this new album or the Unpredictable album?
Oh, that's a tough.
That was a banger.
That was a tough choice. That's a tough choice
Banger.
right there. But nephew, I think with all that Jamie been through in the last 2 years,
Good point.
I think this album is about to be fire. This is going to be a testament. It's
Yeah.
going to be a little gospely. I got the
Man,
feelings it's going to have testaments to the gospel, but he also going to entertain us. And like Mon said, Jamie is one of our. Jamie is the modern day to me. He's the modern day Sammy Davis, bro. He's a jack of all trades. He does it all.
or I'm gonna put him up there, and people might be like, "Whoa, this and that." Keegan, that's right, I said it. Stevie Wonder, because his ability to play
To play piano.
instruments. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
True.
Instruments. No, not just the piano, bro. Instruments,
Oh
bro.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I
multiple
mean? So he's a musician, an artist, actor, producer, all of
comedian.
that.
Comedian.
Comedian.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jamie got everything, man.
And man,
Everything.
he also knows a lot about music because when he was on Be Shazam, I think he knew all the answers before the guests did on that game show. That was one of my favorite game shows to test my musical knowledge and skills. Be
Rich, what's
Shazam.
some of your favorite Jamie Foxx songs and or albums?
Albums. She put me on the spot. Unpredictable
Yeah,
was my song, my album. Big Jamie Foxx fan. Like you said, he's talented, man. He can
yeah.
sing. I like his stand up. That's my guy. That's my guy. So I love his music.
Yeah, I would love to go see him in stand up, man. I haven't. If he ever get back out there and hit the road doing that, I'm definitely getting my ticket and I'm going to check him
Yes,
out.
sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of stand up, I had the pleasure on my birthday of going down to the comedy club. And me and my woman, Fat Shout Nick, we going to go see D. Ray Davis.
Oh
He's gonna
yeah.
be down in the. Bro, I've been a D. Ray fan since the Kanye album when I thought he was actually Bernie Mac
Well, I
on
guess
the
I'm gonna
album.
see you. I guess I'm gonna see you. I'm going back down to see him and Sean Wayne's
Sean
coming.
Wayne Shea.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go see him and Sean. Got to go see D-Ray.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But yeah, fat shout out to my new lawn care person. He got the yard looking great. Fat shout out to Brandon Barrel. You guys make sure you hit up Brandon Barrel for all your lawn care needs. He
Oh,
got me
for
looking,
sure.
he got me tight and looking right early for Resurrection weekend.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? So my lawn's looking right and tight. Thank you to my brother Brandon Barrel. And if you want a nice knitted kufi on some calm sense stuff,
Oh yeah.
hit up his mom, Miss Cheryl Barrel. She's always she knits up some of the finest products. It can be a hat, a sweater, a little throw blanket, whatever. So fat shout out to the Barrel family. We
Indeed.
thank you and greatly appreciate you for your service to our community.
Yes, sir. Hey, Brandon, I might need you to come through. I ain't got no legs right now, bruh, so I'm gonna need my grass cut. It's getting high. You know, the landlord usually, I got a dope landlord. He usually takes care of it, but I promised him this year I was gonna take care of the lawn. So I'm gonna need somebody to do them services until I can be able to do it myself. And that ain't gonna be until I get a ride lawnmower, bro, because
I feel you on
Yeah,
that.
I dig
I
it.
ain't got no legs.
Yeah, speaking of legs, now it's getting a little closer hitting the home. I was talking to Rich earlier, bro, and Trump's tariffs have reached the hood because now the prices are kicked up on sneakers. So
Oh,
regularly, a pair of $150 sneakers is going to be kicked up to possibly $230. Now sneakers are already high,
yep.
but y'all know back day the shoes that they paying for and getting hit upside the head was like regular price. The Harashis, the Jordans, of course,
Mhm.
notably the Jordans. So are you still gonna be getting paying those prices for those shoes that you so love, my brother?
Well, for me, I'm gonna be bringing the shoes that I have in the tuck out until they drop back down, unless it's something I really have to have. I'm definitely not paying overpriced for some things that I know that used to cost $100. Now it's $200, $300. What about you, Rich?
As for me, I'm gonna continue to try to be frugal with my money and spend it wisely. But my weakness is tennis shoes, bruh. I might cave in because there's a pair of Space Jam Jordans I got a bid on, and if I get those might be the last pair of J's I get for this year.
You said that last time.
Yes, it is. You know, as sneaker addicts, man, we got
Yeah.
that's one of my vices.
Rich, I know your closet is super duper elite.
Man,
Now, what have you considered to be like, you know what? I might part with a few of these. And what if you resold a couple because, so let me answer this. Make it in the scenario moment. What if somebody knew that you had something that they wanted and they was like, well, man, I'm not paying the Trump double tariff price, but would you part with a pair of your shoes?
definitely. The person I am, you can have them. Yeah, you can have them. Most of the shoes I have, I don't even wear too many. So definitely, someone needs something. I got it. They definitely can get it for sure.
Oh, that's
As he says this with the Burberry's on.
For
If you what size? 13?
13, 13, 13.
If you are in, if Divine Collaborative is in the donating shoes, I'll refurbish. I'm just saying. I
Oh,
can put them to good use.
okay.
But
I got some shoes. No, seriously, I got some shoes.
yes,
Got some
sir.
shoes for you.
Oh my gosh, yes, sir, man. And then speaking of some heat, uh, things have been heating up on Raising Canaan. I
oh,
know you
bro,
guys is on the show, checking it out, watching it, man. Neek back, you know what? He about to step out on rock. I seen a little preview of the show for this week coming up. He told her he tired of being dead. It's about to be chaos this week.
Spoiler alert.
yeah, yeah. If y'all didn't get a chance, I was about to say, man, I'm going to be disrespectful to our audience if they didn't see it. Sprinkle. So what I'm gonna say is, grandma is a piece of work, man. I see where Rock getting her attitude from.
Yeah.
She's going out the same way she been living her whole life, man. Like horror. Like he told Marvin, "Man, you ain't nothing but a disappointment. Get out of my sight, bro." Like, how your mama tell you something like that?
You can tell she don't mean it though. She just going through some stuff right now.
Yeah,
She's sick, you know.
yeah. She want to go out on her own
So
terms.
she was, yeah, but she was doing that before she knew she was sick too
Yeah,
though. But she want to go out how like
true,
she
true.
still come around.
And Lou gonna Lou. You know Lou gonna Lou.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
Lou gonna know he gonna be Lou. It's
So
one
And I,
heck of a show.
I'm gonna have to check it out. So it's something good to watch.
oh yeah, definitely a good
Oh
watch.
yeah.
Okay,
You know,
I'll check
50
it out.
Cent, like he puts on good productions.
Yes.
And besides, he's the biggest troll on the face of the earth. And I salute him for that because I admire petty people sometimes. So just say,
And another good show is Harlem.
yeah, the
What is it?
Godfather of Harlem is
Godfather
back on.
Harlem. Godfather Harlem back on with my homeboy up in there, Forrest
Forrest
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
And
I hate you like I hate the back and forth Whitaker's match.
this season, this season is kicking off. They're introducing Frank Lucas into the
Yes, sir.
storyline, so it's
Oh, I gotta get that.
that's taking off. That's going to be real exciting,
And,
and good to see.
and then since you spoiled it for them, I'm gonna spoil it for you. Uh, she has a whole lot more control than what she did last season. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not that much of a spoiler,
The daughter,
but Gigante,
Elite,
yeah, Gigante, no, Gigante, the Italian daughter. She got a whole lot
oh,
more.
his daughter,
Yeah,
Chin's daughter.
Shin's daughter has a whole lot
Oh,
more.
okay, okay,
Yeah, so I'll leave it
yeah.
at that. I ain't gonna spoil it too much for you.
Shin Shigante, that name always
That's
fascinated me, and that's a real live gangster too.
yeah,
Because me and Lamont seen a documentary of it, but so that was live. I do
yes, sir.
great show. Make sure you guys check out
Hey,
Godfather Harlem. That is phenomenal for sure, man.
bro, it's about time for the best part of the show.
Absolutely. And today we have my brother from another, a great man of the community service to the people. My man, Rich Gordon, on the show, who's had a fascinating, incredible, and still growing business resume and journey
That
uh,
bio is extensive, bro.
from from the years of Vision Quest to basketball coach to a program director, Mercer County Juvenile Probation Office. He blessed and walked through that office and left a stain of blessings. The Southwood Psychiatric Hospital supervisor, given multiple opportunities and blessings and establishing greatness through the cruise and leaving blessings and knowledgeable gems. Because everybody from Furrow, whatever we do it big on great scales and levels, and they don't know until after we leave and engage with us.
Hmm.
All the way to Mid Atlantic. Mid Atlantic, he was put people in power positions, not just employ people, put people in positions of supervisor and so on and so forth at Mid Atlantic. To currently Belmont Pines program director. Excuse me, let me back up. Cards it to my head, not my heart. Was the program director at Community Corrections Association, where he so ever went through the doors, got things together, blessed, and continued to move forward on this journey and trail, blazing as a young black man and entrepreneur. On to Belmont Pines as a program director who's still there, blessing, making a way, providing opportunities, creating new ideas, and flourishing, to even now, the CEO and owner of Divine Collaborative Care, a personal home and caring service where he currently is still providing service and giving opportunities to our wonderful community. Today we have none other than my brother, the the richest of riches, Rich Gordon, on the show. Yes, sir. You know,
Let's go.
we
Keep
got
coming on the
great
show,
man.
bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Appreciate y'all
sir.
having me. Appreciate y'all having
Not
me.
a problem.
Greatly appreciate you, man.
One question I want to ask you for right off the rip. I'm sorry, Mike. I got to know about this because I done been to Edinburgh, bro. That's a party school. How did you do it?
Man, it was honestly it was easy, man. I grew up. My grandma, she wasn't
Hmm.
paying it, so when I went to Edinburgh, me and a couple of my friends, we started a lot of Christian organizations, things
Hmm.
like that. Also did a lot of community service, so really didn't party that much
Got you.
because I always had that respect of my grandma, so I
Yes,
did
sir.
the best I could.
Got you.
Mhm.
What inspired you to establish Divine Collaborative Care?
Divine Collaborative Care. Shout out to my business partners, Mikhail, Alicia, Joe, my family. They're more of my family more than business partners. Just sitting around a house, wanting to do something that we can, be the owners of it, and also make enough money that we can get that money back to community and bless others.
Yes,
So it
sir.
was always about community, not about us or me or anything. Always wanted to do something that put us in a driver's seat or give us the opportunity to be able to bless others. So we came up with the idea, and I believe we're 6 years in and still trying our best to, do what we can to help individuals and their family in need.
And first, shout out to everyone you just named,
Mm-hmm.
Mikhail, Alicia, Joe. You are great human beings, and we are thankful and blessed to have you guys part of our community and to be business owners to provide for everyone and also to be attached to and have joined the NAACP, and be
Indeed.
active and moving and doing well in that too. So I thank you. We thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Community thanks you.
Yeah, so I definitely once again want to give them their flowers. They do a lot of stuff behind closed doors, not for notoriety,
Right,
attention, blessing people, helping people with all type of things because
right,
it's really in their heart.
right.
So like I said, when we started, that's what we wanted to do. And seeing those three grow up, mature as we get older, blessing people, helping them have better lives. I wouldn't want any other business partners. Definitely blessed to be with those three.
Definitely dope.
Absolutely, man. So, Rich, in your spare time, besides going to Cavs game, what else do you like to do? Because, obviously you're over at Belmont Pines, program director, you're dealing with the Divine Collaborative Care, that business, and you also moving around shaking the bacon within the NAACP group. So, what else did you like to do?
In my spare time, I like to say in my spare time, I love traveling. I'm a big foodie, love trying different foods, learning about different cultures. This year, my brother Lou Brown, Coach Lou Brown, give him a shout out. Head coach of Sharon Tigers. He had me on his
Shout out.
basketball staff. So in a lot of my spare time, I helped him really mentor, as more mentoring than coaching the young boys at the Sharon Tiger program. So that was a really good experience. But really just trying to live, being a father for my daughter, which is really important to me. Seeing her grow and trying to teach her right from wrong, but mostly traveling, spending time with my family, and doing the best I can.
Hmm.
Dope. What role would you say, fam, that your religious belief, your strong convictions have in your business acumen?
That's interesting. Um, I think some of our philosophies and beliefs come from our spiritual upbringing, being raised in the church, being around the church.
True
A
indeed.
lot of our policies and like a lot of our philosophies were just blessing people. When people make mistakes at the job, giving them second and third chances, because we all know that's what God did for
Yes,
us.
sir.
And really having the ability to not judge and see people where they're currently at, but have the potential and ability to see where they're going to go because God is going to take them there. So I think it plays a lot, in our day to day
That's
journey.
that's powerful, fam. That's
Hmm.
powerful. I always try to live by the golden rule my grandma taught me is doing to others as you have them doing to you.
Yes,
And if everybody was to do that, I think this world would be a beautiful place, fam.
definitely.
And what challenges have you faced while developing the residential program?
Really, challenges we don't I don't even really view him like that. I believe, God gives the increase. So
Hmm.
if he brings you to it, he's going to bring you through it. So God has really been just blessing us. Oftentimes we sit, we meet, we talk, and we're just in awe how far God has brought us all,
Mhm.
how much he continues to bless us, even though we don't deserve it. A lot of people think because you're a business owner or whatever, that, you don't have any shortcomings, or, you're just done with life. But we still acknowledge that we need to grow every day. We make mistakes, but just knowing who God is and having that relationship, gives you the hunger to continue to try and continue to be better every day. So, religion is very big for all of us.
Yes, sir. Um, Notice you got a criminal background. I mean, a criminal.
Only three charges.
Yeah, well, no, not criminal background. You know what I'm saying? You study law.
Yes, yes.
How do you take and use your degrees and what you learn in that aspect in the development of divine collaborative care?
Short story. My uncle Lester, rest in peace. He
Mhm.
wanted me to be a teacher, so I tried to be a teacher. Went in first semester, it wasn't working, was too difficult. Said, hey, I grew up in Farrell. When he talked about the criminal justice system a lot, hey, let me get this degree. It was something easy. Never read a book in college. Attained my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Years down the road, I ended up getting my master's in psychology. But to me, it was just a paper to get my foot in the door. It was
Mhm.
really just being able to interact with people, God opening doors,
Indeed.
being able to socialize and just meet people where they are is really what has, let me grow and have all these different positions that God has given me, and
Mhm.
really just respecting people and trying to do the best I can. So degrees was just that paper to get my foot through the door. Really haven't used it much, if I'm being honest.
Got you. Got you. But it's always good to know the law, fam.
Yeah,
Always good to
yeah,
know the law.
definitely.
And with you having touched and graced so many businesses, and your business journey is phenomenal. What goals have you set for the next 5 years for yourself?
Hmm. Next 5 years, business goals. So one thing I want to do is just with financial literacy, I want to be in a better place so when my daughter gets older, she never has to worry, to be able to create some type of generational wealth for her. So that's,
Mhm.
mainly what I do now because I have a kid is for her. So being able to put her in a better position than what I have is a big thing. Also, with my business partners, being able to, create some other businesses within the community where we can give people jobs, create more money for the people in our community. So we talk about that. We're in the process of doing some different things. So really just trying to be in a better spot so I can bless others. That's to me what life is about. I'm not perfect, make mistakes daily. But at the end of it all, I just want to be able to encourage and help other people live better.
That's dope, man.
Action.
That's super dope. Um, with your baby girl, if she came to you right now, what would be and ask you advice on starting a business? What would be three of the key things you would advise her on?
Most important is do something you're passionate about. You don't want to be working. You don't want to
Yeah.
do it as work, but you want to do something that you're passionate about, that you believe that you're going to be able to make a difference in someone else's life, and do something that you love.
Hmm.
Something that you're proud of. 10 to 20 years later, you can look back and say, I'm proud that I took that journey. I was able to help or able to do this, but really something that you're passionate about.
Indeed, that's dope. I try to advise my daughters the same thing, bro. My oldest, she went into esthetician, and my youngest, Gabby, she wants to go into either nursing or cosmetics. I said you could do whatever you want to do, but just as long as you're doing something you love doing, it's not a job, it's a career.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Rich, how do you stay motivated in your role as a CEO?
Um, You work with Alicia McHale before.
Yeah,
And they'll keep you motivated. So
yeah,
really,
they will.
just having a vision, remembering when we first starting out those struggles and the talks we had at the beginning,
Hmm.
remembering what the goals were and still are. You know, wanting to do more for the community, wanting to be more than just a residential home, even though that's a great task in itself, but wanting to do more things for our community, more things for our families. So just staying hungry. You know, we're not where we want to be, so continue to work to get to those goals that we set when we
Hmm.
first started.
So, you set a high standard. How do you maintain that standard throughout the staff? Like managing staff is one of the hardest jobs. I've been in the restaurant industry for the better part of, date myself, 35 years. And they wanted me to get into the manager position, and dealing with different personalities was one of the biggest things I didn't think I could do. But now in my later years, I realized I could have did it. How do you maintain that, bro?
Just with the team. When I say team, is Joe, Alicia,
Hmm.
McHale, knowing our goals and the standards that we have for ourselves. Um, comes down to something simple as putting individuals in a home that we would live in. I'm not going to put any individual in a home that I wouldn't live in myself. So just small things like that. um Alicia McHale, once again, they do a great job of really holding it down, being in the office, doing more of the day-to-day things,
And they do.
and keeping hold of the operation. We have a family member, that has autism itself, so realizing one day we're going to get old and thinking about how we want somebody to treat him and take care of him. My godson Jaden, love you. So just really trying to do the best we can. Definitely not perfect. We still learn every day, as all of us do, but trying to do the best we can. You know what I mean?
Rich, what feedback have you received from residents or their families about the program?
From the feedback I get, is really good.
That's
A lot
great.
of our individuals that are at the program have been there for a while. We recently started getting some new ones, but most of all of our quote unquote day ones are still there. Their family enjoy the program. They really enjoy the work that the staff do. They enjoy the communication from Mikhail and Alicia, really holding things down in the office. So it's been good feedback. And when we do get negative feedback, because once again we're not perfect, they do a good job of putting a plan in place to try to make sure that we're doing what's right for the individuals and staff.
Yeah, because I work in home care or residential program work, and a lot of the time the negative feedback is just something from the county or something like that. So I do understand a lot of times most of the group homes in our area are doing the best that they can and always pushing to have a standard and a quality that's the best for the individual and the staff as well. So a lot of times I do understand with being in the business myself and working that a lot of times some of the negative feedback comes from these counties and or support coordinators for whatever weird reason. So I do get that part for
And
sure.
definitely kudos for the staff. Most staff have their own family at
Hmm.
home. That once they go to work and help out with individuals, they have to go home and with their own families and deal with different things in life. So it's just a blessing to have people taking care of other people. And like you said earlier, when we were talking about community, that's what the community is about. When if I pass or something happens to someone in my family, who's going to be there for my daughter? So just remembering that we're all in the community, we all need to support and help each other out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Um, I
Before
was,
you start, I definitely want to give a shout out to Justin Cope.
yes,
I
sir.
told him I gave him his roses. One, I think I seen him last year in person. But for me personally, he was one of the first minority business owners that started with the residential group homes and kind of paved the way for everyone else and
Mhm.
made us really see that it was possible. I remember years ago.
That's what's up.
So one thing about me is I'm always going to try to give people their flowers while they're living. So Justin Cope, I greatly appreciate it. And I think what I told him is because he took a leap out on faith, it really put me in a position to change the lives of my family because now I'm able to be an owner and do well. And then also shout out, of course, to Shantae and Myron, also, and Ernie,
Mhm.
doing a great job employing people, doing things for the community. So seeing minority people that I grew up with and, uh, be elevated into these positions and really capitalizing on the position God has placed them in is really a blessing for our community.
Amen.
That's
And
dope.
Justin Cope, that will be Thoughtful Needs, that facility.
Hmm.
Fat shout out to Justin Cope and his wife at Thoughtful Needs. Thank you guys for giving so many job opportunities. And that would be Myron Lowe and his wife over at Thrive.
Yes, sir.
So fat shout out to them and their family for doing a phenomenal job always as well for providing employment opportunities and for not only that, but also giving back behind the scenes, never jumping to be like, hey, we did this. Both of the agencies, Thoughtful Needs and
Definitely.
Thrive. So fat shout out to all the ends. It's a great blueprint. And everyone seems to be, doing well and giving back because I know each and every facility I just named gives back. So may God continue to bless you all daily abundantly. We greatly appreciate you, and I want to speak for the people and say we greatly appreciate you because you all are keeping generations uh, uh, employed in
Yeah,
our community. And fat shout out to you because I work with the city of Farrell and I'm on the committee down there. I'm an active member and try to be. So fat shout out to you guys for being an active, thriving business within our community that's paying taxes to help rebuild our community. That's important as well. So fat shout out to each and every one of you guys for that too,
yes,
because it's
sir.
so important. The rebuilding the Pharaoh is on the rise, contrary to what negative people try to say.
Exactly.
Just look around and see that. It's
You're gonna
true.
have those negative Nancy's all the time, bro, saying and nitpicking at little things. But that's a testament right there. The statement you just made, bro, is a
Yep.
testament to your character.
Yep.
And it's dope to have individuals like you in the community doing and serving a purpose for our community to show these kids there's a different way.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, because we are, well, me and Rich is 50, but you're not as old as us, but you still grouped up with us, and we are the elders now.
Yeah.
We got to embrace that we are the elders, and we have to keep leading by example, a positive example to show our youth, the men and the women, that it's other ways you can, as they like to say, get it out the mud and
Mm-hmm.
create something for yourself. You know what I mean? And attain it. It's doable. So thank you guys for leading by example. I greatly appreciate you. And I got something for you, my brother.
Yes, sir. We come bearing gifts.
Ah,
I appreciate
my
it.
God, my God.
Now for the merch, you're
Thank you.
gonna have to go out and get a Chrissy pair of James for each shirt.
I
I'll just
got
say
him already. I got him in the
I was
tuck.
about to say you probably already got them
I
cataloged.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
at this time is the question I told you about. If you had the time machine and had the ability to go back and talk to your 16-year-old self, what would be some words of wisdoms or some jewels that you would drop on yourself at 16?
Definitely, I think at that age, and still something that I'm learning and growing is um, whatever you do, do it at 120%. And then also, at that age, when I grew up, I always wanted to everyone to love me, everyone. And sometimes everyone is loving you. That means you're not doing something right. So
Right,
just
exactly.
take your chances, take risks,
Mhm.
and realize that people that smile on your face and always have your back, or you're going to lose some family members. You're going to lose people that don't truly believe in you. But just take the risk because everybody's not going to always be behind you. So that was something I still, what I mean, you try to bless people and always do right by people, and you can't please everyone. Everyone gets it in their own time when God wants them to get it. So
Yeah,
just focus on keeping your eyes on the prize, as they
yeah,
say.
definitely, Cam. It's crazy you say that because I always give a shout out to my man Marp.
Mhm.
We call him the General affectionately because he has the ability to convey messages and organize people. And trust me, if you ain't on your P's and Q's, brother's gonna let you know you ain't on your P's and Q's. You need friends like that in your life. Like you said, you don't need the ones that smile at you and plotting on your demise at the same time. So in the middle of the show, I'm just gonna salute my homie because I'm going through a little rough spot, and he's been holding everything down. Not just here on the podcast, but at our job, we work at Mercer County Head Start. He's been holding things down there. He's been picking up overtime. So, bruh, right here on the show, I just want to take and salute you
Thank
and
you,
let you
brother.
know I appreciate everything you do. You let me be part of something that I wasn't comfortable with. But like we said, sometimes to get comfortable, you got to get uncomfortable. And that man is the one. I didn't think we had the capability of doing something like this. He made me see his vision, believe it, and act on it.
That's a
So
blessing.
fast shout out to my homie Mon P and fast shout out to you, bro, for doing positivity within our community, bro.
Definitely, definitely.
Actually, people like you keep me inspired and motivated. You know what I'm saying, Rich? Fast shout out to you, Mikhail, Alicia, Joe, everyone over at Divine Collaborative Care, uh, 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 everybody, Angie in the office, all my people, Steph, everybody over there at Divine Collaborative Care. Much love, peace, blessings. That's what's up. Keep going. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say for today. You know, Rich, I told you we can get you in and get you out,
Mm-hmm.
brother. You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? We don't want to hold you. We just want to just uplift you and continue to give you your positive praise and give you your flowers and thank you
Yes, sir.
for all that you do and continue to be inspiration for our community,
Definitely.
man. I know, Mom, proud. We all proud of you,
Mm-hmm.
man. Keep going. Hey, Miss Deanna Brown, thank you for tuning in each week. Oh,
Miss
Dr.
Deanna.
Yarborough.
Dr. Yarborough, yeah.
I keep dropping that, but
Oh,
let
yeah.
me get it right, Doctor. You have to put that on there. You
Uh,
earned it. You know what I mean? Fast shout out to Reggie Davis.
Yes, sir. Always in attendance. Fast shout out to the homie Bub. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Barrow. All our loyal followers and watchers, man. We appreciate y'all. Show wouldn't be possible without y'all. We do it for y'all.
That's right.
And I got one more question before we depart, bro. Okay. Two, actually. You sneakerhead. Balenci's, or what you got on right now,
Okay.
the Blackberries.
Okay.
Jordan 1s or 11s?
Out of all four of those,
No, I mean, between the two selections, the Balenci's and Burberry's, and the 11s and the 1s.
Balenciaga.
Balenci? Okay.
Yeah, over everything.
11s and 1s.
Yeah, Balenciaga. That's my
Over
favorite.
everything.
Over
Got you.
everything.
Okay.
Just because it's different, man. I like stuff that's different.
Hit
People
me.
be like, "What you got? Oh, that looks weird." That's why I got it on. It's different. It's a
Yes, sir.
conversation piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Balenciaga, man.
There's been times I found shoes that were collector items of all places. Burlington Coat Factory fan paid $19. And Cats is like, where'd you get those from? I told you wouldn't believe.
That's true. True.
No, I came up a couple times on some rare sneakers and Gabe's, the old
Gates. Oh
Gabe's
my
in
goodness.
Hermitage, the old Gabe's. So yeah. And then at one time I found a Curtis Martin Jets jersey. It was the starter one,
You took it back.
the elastic in the sleeves. Shout out to Darwin Dixon. He used to love it. He used to call me Curtis Martin. He's like,
Sure is. Yeah.
I knew I was a Curtis Martin fan. I was
My
like,
favorite mark.
I just got the jersey, man. This jersey hot. Back when we used to hang out in Kings and Queens and, hot jerseys was, a thing. So
Yeah,
I
you
had
had to
my
have a
jersey
fresh,
on. Yeah, man.
had to have a fresh one every weekend.
Yeah, yeah, I had that with the green bandana tied around my head like Tupac with some green shades with the tint. We was going hard back day. Shoot, these kids when they doing something, we been doing it. You know what I'm saying? When
Yes, sir.
the kids be like, "Oh, I put that SHIT on," man, we been doing it. Stop it, Ben, with the cameraman in the club. We going over there with picture snapping Preston. Preston
Yeah.
out to Preston with
With
the
the
border.
Rolls Royce background.
I was in the club looking like Jagged Edge. Uh,
You said you had the Averex jacket on, son, with the do rag and the headband.
Really, son? He said he's in the club looking like Jagged Edge. Oh,
Jagged Edge and the Saint Lunatics.
we
Hell yeah.
definitely,
Give
we definitely
me
was in there
two
looking.
pounds.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Farrell Podcast. We want to educate, motivate, inspire, and entertain.
Dang. Yes, indeed.
And
And
like I
thank you,
always
Rich.
like to say, power to the people. When you
You
see
see
me,
me,
you
you
see
see you.
you. And this is the epitome of that.
Yes,
That's
sir.
that hot Jay-Z board, or I just apply it to everything in life, but
Yeah.
especially here. And this is the epitome of power to the people. When you
You
see
see me,
me,
you
you
see
see
you.
you. Mm. Never did it ever mean so much as it did today for this man sitting right here next to me, for sure.
Appreciate that.
For sure. Thank you guys for tuning in to all our faithful Furrow Podcast people to tune in faithfully, whether it be Monday at 7 o'clock or a special Saturday segment when we have it shoot at 10 o'clock. Uh,
Yes, sir. Speaking of which,
Speaking of which, this Saturday we will be shooting a special Furrow Podcast
Saturday
episode.
edition,
This
baby.
Saturday edition at 10 o'clock this morning, we will have our featured special guest, my sister, Miss Rochelle Peterson Brown. She will
So,
be on talking about the benefits of having an insurance policy. And it ain't what you think. It's using it like how other people utilize it. You know what I mean?
mhm,
You can tap into them insurance policies
thank you.
right now while we living and
That'd be good.
utilize that money. And man,
In real time and still have money for your family.
dick, and I'm gonna let her get into the depths and details of all that for y'all this Saturday. So tune in this Saturday at 10. Look out for the promo on the Furrow Podcast family page coming up this week.
Yes, sir.
But Rich, we thank you, fam, for coming on. We greatly appreciate you for all you do within the community.
Indeed.
And we pray the Lord keep blessing you daily,
Massively
abundantly,
indeed.
you and the family, and everyone attached to you, man.
Appreciate it.
For sure. We appreciate you.
Keep doing great work, fam. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. And that will conclude this week's episode of the Farrell Podcast, Season 3, Episode 9. Thank y'all for tuning in, and
Catch y'all. Catch y'all Saturday.
we'll catch y'all Saturday morning at 10. We'll holla. Peace.
One love.